Okay, and keeping in line with this whole bass ambient speech I just gave, let's look at the drums again, because I never did really add my ambience. And what I've done is I'm big on Oxford's reverb for some reason on this. I don't really know why, but I just have better results with their particular reverb. And I like to crush it at the end. Not really hard, but or at least compress it. It's the same thing I would do in a room mic. And I'm using very small room settings, by the way. If we look here, let's see, 0.3 second decay time. Let me kill some of this stuff. And 0.44 overall size, whatever that means. But even the room size, 1.5 meters. It's a small, small room. But for some reason, it works. So let's see what we have. And I got it here on this yellow fader, which, by the way, this reverb is routed back into my master drum bus. So, which is an interesting way of doing it. But if I kill my drums on the bus, I will not hear any reverb because that reverb is routed to that bus. It's a fun way of working, and it forces these reverbs into the drum bus compressors, which we'll get into a little later. Okay, now you didn't hear a life change there, and I didn't want you to. I didn't hear it either. What I did hear is when I hit this mute button, or unsolo, our drums are going to decidedly get boring. Let's watch. Bleh. And they're okay. I mean, we could get away with that kind of dry sound. And some people, when they do their mixes, don't really go for like that. What's the word I'm looking for? The Wallace sound, that extra 3D-ness. I don't know what the word is. That spaciousness. Some people would be happy and content with just having those drums right there. And if that's your thing, more power to you. I'm trying to do something a little bit bigger, and maybe at my own peril. But so let's leave that in there and let's see what we got now. I'm going to turn that reverb up really loud so you can hear what's going on there. And all that thing is I'm calling it an exciter, although an exciter is like a BBE or Aphex or whatever thing, something like that. But it's a different kind of exciter. It's more of a spaciousness exciter, I guess, if you will. It's just the kind of thing that ups the ante just a little bit. So let's see. And you can tell it's almost boxy. And in fact, I EQ'd it a little bit, which never be shy from that ever. Just go ahead and always just manipulate your reverbs any way you can, because it's totally fake. You already went fake if you went digital, so do your thing. And you can see I'm using the LA2A. I'm using that because it has a longer release, which is just kind of going to hang on to that reverb a little bit. It's not doing a whole lot. In fact, let me bypass it. And the main point to this, as is right now, it's not a game changer. And if this was only the mix we heard right here, it was just drums and bass, and that's all we had, I don't know if I'd even care about some of this ambient stuff. But for me, when we get all the little individual ambiences right on each instrument, we do create something big and awesome. And it seems to kind of cascade. It gets bigger and bigger and more awesome the more we do it, within reason.